Someone said something to me a while ago, and honestly, in that moment, I almost dismissed it. It wasn't said by a life coach. Nah. It wasn't in a book. It wasn't even in a YouTube video. It was said so simple, so quietly, and yet it has been living in my head ever since. And I have been thinking, maybe it is not just to keep. I don't know if you have ever been in a season where doing everything right on a paper, but something still feel off. You are showing up, you are trying, you're pushing through, but there's this quiet exhaustion underneath it all. That was me. I was in the middle of juggling so many things. For instance, my new business, learning a new skills, trying to figure out who I was becoming and where I would be. Somewhere in all of that, I started to feel like I was running a race I hadn't signed up for. Like I was supposed to be further, like I was behind. And I think when you feel behind, you start making rush decisions. You start measuring your journey by everyone else's timeline, and that is exhausting, honestly. So I was talking to someone, and just a regular conversation, nothing dramatic. And I mentioned how overwhelmed I felt, how I felt like how I felt like times was running out, and they said something that stopped me mid silence. They said, "You don't have to arrive. You just have to keep moving." That is it. That was the whole thing. And I remember thinking, is that it? Because we have been taught, haven't we, that the goal is to arrive, to reach, to achieve, to finally get there. And when you haven't arrived, when you are still in the middle, or you're still trying to figure things out, you're still trying to become who you were supposed to be. It's easy to feel like you are falling or failing. But what if in the middle of the point, what if in the middle of the journey isn't just a part of destination? What if it is the destination itself? Because when I really sat with those words, you don't have to arrive, you just have to keep moving. Something in me excel, something I didn't know when no I was holding on to, like letting go, because arriving become this pleasure, this impossible standard, the thing the like this thing kept chasing but could never reach. Because every time I got close, the goalpost would shift. But moving, I could do that. Even on the hard days, even on the slow days, even in the days when I didn't feel like it, I choose I could still choose to move. That's something I had control over, and somehow that felt like enough to me. For me, this advice is very specific. Place. I have been in a season of reinvention, and reinvention should sound exciting from the outside, but from the inside, it will feel really messy. There are days I look at everything I am building, and I feel proud about it. And there are days I look at the same thing and I feel like, who am I kidding? I'm a new technician who is learning to code, who is learning to go into coding, into web development, who is also a student. I am someone who started a YouTube channel because she needed a place to process out loud. None of that fixed. None of that fixed in a neat little box. And for a long time, I felt like I needed to close one thing be one thing, arrive at one identity before I could fully show up. But this advice reminded me that I don't have it all figured out. I just have to keep moving and keep moving, keep learning, keep showing up to the nail studio, keep filming, keep writing code, even when it confuses me. Keep becoming, because all of it counts. Even the part that look like confusion, even the part that look like detour, they are all part of the movement. And if you are watching this right now, I want to say something to you directly. If you are in the middle of something and it feels unclear, if you feel you are behind, if you feel like everyone else is further along and you are still standing at the starting line, I want you to hear this. You don't have to arrive. You just have to keep moving. You don't need to have all the answers before you start. You don't need to be fully healed before you can be happy. You don't need to be the final version of yourself before life begins. The version of you that is becoming, she is enough. The steps you are taking right now, even the small ones, even the ones nobody sees, it matters. You are just on your own path, and that path is yours. Nobody else's journey can tell you how far you are supposed to be. I am still in the middle of my becoming. I don't have a neat ending offer for you. I don't have a list of 5 steps. Nah. I just have this one piece of advice that found me at the right time, from the moment, from the most ordinary moment, and it changed something in me. And I hope it finds you too, wherever you are right now. If this video resonates with you, I would love for you to leave a comment below, even just one word that describes where you are in your journey right now. I read every single one of it. And if you are new here, welcome. This channel is a quiet space for women who are rebuilding themselves one day at a time. My name is Dami, and I am still becoming too. I will see you in the next one. Bye for now. Bye.